Hello HitPoint friends, Jeremy here with an unboxing video of the PS5 and some accessories. I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely appreciate the support. But enough of that, let's get into the unboxing, starting with the console itself. Alright, so here we go. Starting off, okay, the box doesn't completely open and come backwards for you, so keynote on that. Be careful here pulling it out, especially by the handle. When I picked this up at the store, they mentioned that some of the handles were breaking when they were carrying them around, so just be very careful when you take it out. Alright, here we go. You guys get first look. And a box! A box inside of a box. So let's grab that out. Oh, well, don't see that yet. Looks like that's the actual console. So we got a small box here. Looks like inside here we have a few things. Got the quick start guide and a safety guide. You know, all the stuff that none of us read. So we'll just toss that over here. Got the power cord, nice wrapped up. And oh, and within here, it looks like we've got, I believe this is the stand for the PS5, because you can play it horizontally or vertically, and they recommend using the stand for both. So right here, pretty nice stand. We'll see how that looks on the system itself. One thing to note for everybody, at the very bottom you have this square here. You'll want to twist this, because there is a screw in here that you got to get out that goes into this hole for wherever, especially if you're putting it vertically. So we'll come back to that. But also inside the box then, you got the HDMI cord. You must use this HDMI cord. I was reading about this today. They've said that you're guaranteed that everything's going to work right. You're not going to have any issues, because the PS5 is made to go on HDMI 2.1. Well, not all TVs have that. So this is the best cord to use though, because it's designed for that. So keynote there. And then on the other side here, it looks like we've got the controller. We'll take a deeper look at this because I do have an extra controller when we unbox that. But just so you can see a quick look how it looks. Pretty sleek. Nice clear buttons compared to what we've had in the past. Very nice looking white sleek controller. Has a nice feel, but like I said, get more into that when we do the actual unboxing of the other controller. And then lastly, it looks like in this box we got another hole here. This is the USB cord to go into the system for charging the controller. So also nicely wrapped. All these are using the twisty ties to hold these in place. But looks like that is all that's left in the box. So we'll set that aside, and we're going to get to the console itself. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the console out of the box. They definitely recommend, I'll show you on this flap, they recommend how you should take it out of the box. They say lay it flat and pull it out. Do not pull on it vertically, because you do not want to drop it. So pull this out. Take off the stuff here. Unwrap this, set that aside. Here we go. Oh! Nice and shiny and pretty looking. Got the nice PlayStation logo up here. That is actually engraved in here. It's not engraved, but the symbol's engraved in here. It's a see-through that goes towards the black inside. So that's pretty nice looking. Let's get some of these wrapping and stuff out of the way in the box so we can see the console much better. So yeah, when you see here, nice look. You got the front of the console here, USB port here, looks like USB-C to USB-C here, eject button, power button, we're all right there. Very sleek looking. Then got the other side here, back of it, nice little grill for ventilation. Got two USB ports here, Ethernet, and HDMI, and the power right there. So first opinions for me, it looks like it's very sleek looking console. Very retro futuristic is what I would call it look in comparison to other systems. I mean, that Xbox Series X just looks like a brick box. This one definitely has a little more sleek design, but does look, I would agree with something I saw that kind of looks like a system that someone developed back in the 80s that they thought it would look like in the future, but still pretty cool. I do want to show you guys, like I was talking about with the stand. I'm not going to screw it in right now, but when you put the stand on, it doesn't clip in or anything. It just goes on to the console itself right here. You screw it in, and then you can set it up vertically. Do not set it up vertically to use without the stand on it. So that is the console itself. Definitely, like I said, looks nice. Leave some comments below with what your thoughts are on how the console looks, and just of what you may have wished they have done, or if you like everything they did. But let's move on to the controller, unbox the controller, so we can get a little bit more details about that. All right, so let's take a look at the controller. You got a box here, see the front of it like we already did. Open this up, throw that aside. I will say this, I've noticed already from the console and now in this is some of the best packaging I've ever seen someone do for video games, for a console. Like having all these tabs on here to help pull things out. It's just such a small thing of a design, but it just makes things so much easier. Alright, so, I'm doing the wrong way. So, ooh, nice little flap that comes down here. Got the controller all wrapped up. Just one thing to note, like this does not come with any kind of cable. So you will not get a cable to charge this with the box. I'll take it out of the wrapping here. Again, like I said, it's very sleek, but let's go into some more details of this. Like I said, it's got the clear buttons, so no more of the blue, pink, green, red for the buttons over here. You got the D-pad here. Nice dual joysticks. Instead of having the circle PlayStation button we had on the DualShock 4, you now have just the PlayStation logo that you push in to start the controller. You have a button there below it. If you can see that, that is for muting your mic, because this has a built-in mic, which is very nice. I had a friend tell me about this, that it's kind of cool. If you look on the back here, we would need a microscope to see it, but the feel of the grip of the controller here is very grainy on the back, and the reason why is they decided to do a design that's very tiny that's all the different logos for the buttons of the X, the circle, the square, and the triangle that make up the graininess that you feel on the back, which is just a really cool nod just to the history of PlayStation, I feel, to have that in there. You still have the touchpad here. You got the USB-C charging port up here. And then you're going to notice down here are some gold charging points, and that's because Sony, which we'll unbox next, has their own charging station this time for their controllers, and that is what it reads for there to charge the controllers in that. Triggers, first impression, they feel really nice. The back triggers feel very different compared to the DualShock 4. They aren't as big, and they definitely have a little bit more bounce. And I'm sure that's due to the adaptive haptic feedback stuff that they're doing with the DualSense controller, because it builds into that feature. You still got the options button here. It just doesn't say options anymore. And then instead of the share button, they have the create button that has these three little lines. But overall, I think it's a huge improvement. It feels better as a controller compared to the DualShock 4 or any of the other iterations that Sony's had of their controllers. I'm just excited for when they come out with more colors, because I like the white and the sleekness of it, but it's just really nice when you get more than one controller to start being able to get some of your personality out when you have more controllers with different colors. So yeah, that's what the DualSense controller looks like. Like I said, we're going to look at the charging station next. All right, so here is the DualSense charging station. I had a friend point out, I didn't think about this, but when they saw the picture, they thought it looked like a mini PS5. So I now see that as well, and I think that's very intentional on Sony's part to create something that looked just like the system. But let's get this open. And again, you got another flap here you can pull on to pull it out. It's a really nice design. Got the instruction booklet here with all those details. Don't care about that. So the charging station, a lot of the PS4 third-party charging stations were all powered by USB in the system. Sony, being smart, made theirs be completely AC power. So just plugging it into the wall. And that allows you to free up some spaces for charging controllers, and you don't have to use a USB port for that. So that's really nice. Again, yeah, the charging station itself looks very much like a mini PS5. It does not stand vertical, though. It's going to sit like this wherever you put it. And just so we can see how it works, like I said, you have those gold parts on the controller. It just goes in here. You're not going to be able to hear it, but it's supposed to kind of clicks. You can kind of hear a click there, but it just sits like that, and then it will glow and show up and start showing that's charging. And it will be around the edges here, just like what it did on the PS4. So nice little device, not bad for a $30 investment, just to have something to charge your controllers. That's not going to take up any USB ports. So definitely recommend getting this if you have a PS5. I know they're a little hard to come by right now, but definitely keep an eye out for this. Last but not least, we're going to be looking at the 3D headset. So let's jump into that. Like I said, last but not least, we're going to look at the Pulse 3D wireless headset. That for the PS5. Also can work on a PS4, but it won't have all the same features. So let's take this. Again, just nice design for how they did this for packaging. Got the instruction booklet again. Again, like I said, none of us really read those. And then over here, you got a nice little pouch holding a pouch within a pouch. Where you can open up this. It looks like we have all the little knickknacks we need in here. You got your charging cable for the headset to plug into the system. You've got, if you want to use, you have a headphone jack here that you can plug into one end of the headset, plug into the controller if you didn't want it to be wireless. And then you have the wireless adapter. So got those nice little three things that help out with the headset itself. But let's take a look at the headset. All right. So right off the bat, you got the little stickiness thing here that you can peel off. And this is the headset. It looks really nice, actually. It looks very sleek. It looks, compared to some of the other, the headset for the PS4, I think this one looks a lot better. It's not so bulky as that was, especially with the earmuffs. One thing that's interesting is if you look, there is no way to extend, and that's because they actually included this band here that's very flexible that helps with a lot of different head sizes, so you're not having to extend the actual earmuffs, we'll call them, down. But on here, like I said, you have the headphone jack here that you can use to plug it straight into the controller. You do lose some of the features when you do that. You got the power button here that you slide over. You got a button here to mute your mic, volume up and down. You have something here, off and monitor right there. And then you have something to help with turning up or to balance between your chat and your game. Overall, when I compare this to the PS4 headset that they had, I like this way better, especially for the buttons, because everything's labeled way better and you understand what is what. When I would ever be wearing these, I would always be like, okay, this one's which one's which one's what, and then I'd go to look at it and I couldn't see the words to actually even know. But yeah, very sleek, very nice headset. Again, this is another item that's very hard to come by right now. But as time goes on, for sure, they're going to have more. Definitely would recommend this if you are one that likes to play with a headset on, because you're going to get the 3D audio quality where you can hear a lot of different things, which direction they're coming from. So if you're playing like Call of Duty or something, you'll be able to hear if someone's coming from behind you on the left or the right, just based off how the audio comes in. But I think that's one of the things you lose when you go through the headphone jack. So yeah, definitely something worth looking into if you are a big gamer, especially first-person shooter gamer. But in general, if you just need to have a set of headphones to play, these are worth it just for the extra features they give you. So, yeah, I definitely like these. So that's a wrap on this unboxing video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what you think of how everything looks with the PS5. If you have one, what your experience has been with it so far. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget, keep an eye on your health bar. Bloopers. Take 2. Hi, HitPoint. Jeremy here with an unboxing video. What?
Hi, you're HitPoint.
Oh, good point. See? Whatever. Bloopers. I don't have a teleprompter.
Just looking out for you.
Thank you. Hello, HitPoint. It's whenever I change it away from hello, HitPoint friends, that's when I always screw it up.
HitPoint friends, say yeah.
Yes, that's what we normally do. You're recording all this, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope you please loop the like, what?
What?